no fucking idea how to start this video. Hello and welcome to this video about my boobies. So I just thought I'd put together this little video because I've had a lot of people in my DMs asking me questions about my boob job experience. So I did film my entire experience, I put it all together as a vlog, and it just ended up being this 40-minute piece of trash, basically. So I thought it would just be better to do a sit down video and add the videos in the corners where they are relevant. So I'll just jump straight into the basics. So I did end up going with an agency called Cosmeditour, and I got an 8-night package. I'll try and pop this on the screen to show you what's included, but the cost was 5,990 Australian dollars plus 500 Australian dollars because I added on a companion to stay with me for the entire time. Obviously I chose to go to Phuket, Thailand for my breast augmentation. Cosmeditour does a Bangkok and a Phuket surgery package. They suggested Bangkok at first because it was slightly cheaper, but I just really wanted to go to Phuket, so I went with that option. I did spend around 11 days in Phuket just for a little holiday before my surgery package started, but the surgery package is put together so well that you could essentially fly in, get picked up by their taxi service, you go to the hotel, you stay for 2 nights before going to the hospital, then you spend the 1 night in the hospital, and then you have 5 nights after to recover before their taxi service would take you back to the airport and you could fly back. So it's super ideal if you just want to fly in, do the surgery and fly out. Pretty much everything is included in this package except for your flights and extra money for food or shopping and things like that. So my experience with Cosmeditour was absolutely amazing. I don't think it could have been any better. Despite flying in 11 days before my surgery package and staying at a completely different hotel, they still managed to organise the taxi from the airport to take us to our first hotel, which was so sweet of them. That just meant that we had to organise our own transport from the hotel to their surgery hotel, if that makes sense. As soon as I put my deposit down and sent away my photos, I was connected with a client care manager called Nat. Your client care manager just ensures that you're fully prepared, you have everything you need, and it was just the easiest experience ever, pretty much. So I'll just tell you about my experience with Cosmeditour from when I got to Thailand. Like I said, that arranged the taxi to our first hotel, and then we arranged the taxi to go to Angsana Laguna Resort, which was their chosen hotel for the surgery package. It's this beautiful resort that's centered around this massive lagoon. It has like 4 or 5 restaurants. Our buffet breakfast was included every morning, which was really delish. So you check into the hotel 2 days before your surgery. Over those 2 days I kind of just did activities that I thought I wouldn't be able to do post-op. So we did a little bit of kayaking, I did a bit of swimming, just relaxing by the pool. I did have a few cocktails. Of course, the food was really good, the buffet breakfast was really good, the cocktails were really good. Now I'm just going to jump into the surgery day process and everything that happened. Good morning! It's the last day before surgery. I'm going in tomorrow at 10 AM, so today is the last day to kind of get everything sorted. I need to get my nails off. I have already picked all my eyelashes off, so that's fine. I want to go and get my hair braided just to make the maintenance on my hair a little bit easier. I need to shave my legs, something that I probably wouldn't have thought of to do. And I also need to change all of my piercings out for plastic ones, which might be a bit of a mission because they're pretty tight. So that's on the agenda for today. Otherwise today we're just going to go down and get some breakfast and then maybe do a bit of a kayak on the lagoon because it's a beautiful day. Over there. And then probably head to Old Town later this afternoon because they're having a market at 4, so that will be nice. And yeah, so we're pretty much just going to chill until this afternoon and then get all my pre-op stuff sorted. And it still hasn't really hit me yet, to be honest. I don't think it will hit me. I'm feeling like excited. I'm not feeling nervous at all. I just can't wait for it to be like over and to wake up with boobies. But yeah, I'll take you along today, process of everything that I'm doing, and hopefully this helps some people, and I'll try and do like a little bit of a Q&A in a separate video as well. So good. It's very overwhelming. There's a lot of people here. What is Grant getting? What's that? Oh, pancakes, waffles, yum. Some egg, dragon fruit, watermelon, a little muffin, a hash brown and some chicken sausage. And I made myself an iced Thai tea. You just got the usual, all the sweet stuff. Waffle. Yum. We just had some breakfast and now we are back sitting where we were yesterday. It's like a quiet little part of the pool which we kind of like. And there's like hardly anyone around here. I'm just gonna read my book and Granty's gonna go for a swim. Just to wait for our food to digest a little bit, and then I think we might go for a kayak on the lagoon, which will be really nice. Yeah, before going out this afternoon, but otherwise we'll just be sitting here chilling. Oh, it's soap. That's cool. Oh, they do heaps of different mojitos. They do green apple mojito. Got my nails off. Then we just had a walk down the market. Got a Long Island and some mango. Just waiting to get my hair braided. We found one place, hopefully that they can do it in like half an hour, so we're just gonna chill until then. But yeah, it's so cute here. So the nails are off, the braiding's being done. Next up, shave my legs and change my piercings, which is going to be a mission.
And you'll be ready.
And then a couple of Valiums and then I'll be ready. A 40-minute taxi ride and a green apple mojito later, we are finally home. I got my hair done, my nails off, still have to put in my plastic piercings later. We also got some gloves for like extra grip to try and get them off, because there's a certain one I have never been able to get out and it's been there for 2-3 years, maybe more. And shave. But now we're going to get the boat across to get some food. It's 8 o'clock, so I thought maybe getting some dinner a bit later would be a good idea, since I won't be able to eat from 12. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this, which I'm probably gonna regret tomorrow. And then we're gonna head over. I have some electrolyte sachets that I'm going to scull before 12, just for hydration. And yeah, hopefully all should be good tomorrow. Hello.
Where you would like to go?
To
The car.
yeah.
First.
Oh.
James, do you want
That's so cute.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy
Thank you. That one. Oh wow, so you got the duck leg and curry with a little steamed bun. And I got the beef pho with, it's got like little, oh I put that in there. Yum, that looks really good. What'd you think? Pretty good. I liked my soup. I couldn't finish it all though. But it was really good. Okay. So, I was just waxing my hair to stick all my braids down so that they're not going to be annoying for the next week, hopefully. They feel pretty solid, just to keep all the hair out of my face for post-op. Next thing on the agenda is to try and get all of my piercings out and swap them for plastic piercings. Doesn't hurt. There we go. That one's out. Have you grabbed it? On the inside? So the update. I got my nostril, my septum, my nipple out. I can't get my Medusa or my clip piercing out, but how much does that matter? Like, surely it'll be alright. But I'm gonna shave my legs, and then I'm gonna put in my plastic piercings, and yeah, we'll see. So now I'm just gonna pack my bags. Oh, my bag, my overnight bag with everything that I need. And then maybe have some more food if I can. And some more fluids because I cannot eat or drink past 12. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And yeah. Until tomorrow. Good morning. It is Monday the 18th of July and it is surgery day. It is a gorgeous, stunning day out here. Too bad I'm going to be spending it inside hospital. I don't really know how to feel at the moment. I'm not nervous or excited, I don't think. I slept good last night. I still don't feel very hungry. I did wake up in the middle of the night and reach for my water bottle, which wasn't there, because I usually have like a midnight scull of water, but I couldn't do that, so but yeah, I don't feel too dehydrated or hungry or anything like that, so I think those electrolyte drinks that I sculled before bed definitely helped. But yeah, so we have to drop off our bags at the concierge to keep for the night because we're re-checking back in after tonight, if that makes sense, because we're staying in the hospital tonight. And at 9:15 we're getting a ride straight to the hospital. There's also another couple coming with us that is also getting something done. And then my consult at 10 AM. So it's going to be a pretty crazy day, I think. The nerves haven't hit me yet, and when they do I'm worried. But I'm going to try and get Grant to record everything that he can. But yeah, I can't believe I'm doing this. What am I doing? I definitely savoured sleeping on my belly and my side last night, and the shower I had this morning. I was sitting there thinking this is probably going to be the last shower that I have for a week. So, yeah, it's gonna be pain from here on out. I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for what's to come. But yeah. So I had my blood pressure test, my height and weight, and then my EKG just done, which felt real weird. They all have said that my heart is beating like really fast, which probably it is because I'm scared. But I'm gonna see the doctor before we do the blood test so that we can meet the anaesthetist and then she can tell me how much medication to take for my blood test. So surgery day, we got picked up by the taxi at about 9 AM to arrive at the hospital for my consult at 10. Prior to my consult, I had my blood pressure done, my height and weight, an ECG, and a chest x-ray. Okay, this may sound surprising if you don't know me because of the amount of piercings and tattoos that I have, but I am fucking terrified of needles. And when I say terrified, I'm talking about full-blown dissociative panic attack. It's not a fun time. I got my doctor here in New Zealand to sign off on me having some pre-meds for my blood test, and Cosmeditour was really awesome at arranging that as well. So I had all the other pre-op tests done before I went to my consult. I then went for my consult at 10 AM with Dr. Sangwan. The whole consult was very relaxed. I trusted him. He's been doing it for 40 years. He was a founder of PPSI, so I knew that I was in really, really good hands. I forgot to mention that when you get to the hospital, there is a client relation manager from Cosmeditour there. So my client relation manager's name was Aranwan. She texted me the night before and just said, "How are you? Your pickup time is 9:15 and I'll see you at the hospital," pretty much. The consult room, it was me, Dr. Sangwan, two of his assistants, a nurse, and the Cosmeditour client relations manager. He pretty much just asked me what I was wanting to achieve. I just said bigger. And then we took some photos of my natural breasts and he proceeded to draw on me. Got out the marker and started measuring my anatomy to see how big I could go, pretty much. The nurse then put a bra on me so we could try different implant sizes and shapes and things like that. Going into it, I said I wanted 400cc and he said that the biggest that I could go would be 375 just due to my skin and my age and things like that. With the size of bra, I tried 375cc and 350cc in a high profile. To me they looked a bit too high profile and the surgeon said to me that would either achieve a cleavage or a side boob. So then we tried the moderate plus profile, which I preferred the look of because even though they were less profile, they looked a bit more full on the side boob and the cleavage. So I showed him my goal photo and he pretty much just said, "I know exactly what you want, I'll come up with a plan." So going into the surgery, I didn't know exactly what I was getting, but I trusted him. The client relations manager was also checking that I was comfortable with everything and happy with my decision, which was really, really good. Then I was put into my room and dressed in, what is it? Like the hospital robe. And then oh my god, I'm forgetting so many things. So, after my consult, I had to prepare for my dreaded blood test. I bought numbing cream with me and started putting it on the inside of my elbow, and then the nurse was like, "No, no, no, we're not doing a blood test there, just put it on your hand." So I just put it on my hand and I took my anxiety medication. An hour later, I went into the room. They dressed me in the robes, and they did my blood test and my catheter at the same time. This clip here is post panic attack after I'd been crying and just had my blood test. It hurts.
Blood test done.
It really hurt.
You did good.
There was 4 of them.
Yeah.
Why do they need 4 nurses?
I think there was just 3.
This makes me feel like I'm in a psych ward.
It's like a prison.
Yeah. You're like
Prison
holding me
colour.
down.
Yeah.
The room's nice. Room tour.
Kitchen. TV. The clock.
Is it balcony? From then on, it was just a waiting game. When my surgery time came, I was transferred onto a gurney and then transferred onto another gurney, and then another gurney, and then another gurney until I was in the surgery room. Okay. Good now.
Okay.
Oh, it's a hard one.
See ya.
I was feeling pretty relaxed at this point. They took me into a little room with the anaesthetist, I can never say that word, just checked my blood pressure and things like that before we went into the surgery room, and I briefly saw Dr. Sangwan. He said, "Are you okay? Are you ready?" And I was like, hell yeah, I'm ready. The anaesthetist started putting the gas over my nose, and she said, "Your heart rate's really fast, can you try like slowing it down?" Because I was obviously a little bit nervous. So they were just like, just take deep breaths, and I felt from the tip of my toes all the way through my body go completely numb and paralyzed, and that's when I realized I was falling asleep. Obviously I fell asleep, the surgery was done. I woke up with the tube still in my throat, and I remember trying to say, like, I can't breathe, and then they just took it out and replaced it with the nose oxygen thingy. I was then put in a room for about an hour where they could just wait for the anesthesia to wear off a little bit. Then I was wheeled back into our room.
Boobies.
It was fine.
Yeah.
My throat. I woke up and they were pulling the tube out.
Alright.
I woke up and I felt like I was like in a lucid dream.
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't breathe. And I was trying to say I couldn't breathe, but the tube was in my throat.
Jeez.
And they were taking me out.
It's
And then
terrifying.
they put me in like this little room for an hour with like that and like this. But like not much pain. Achy.
Yeah.
Just tired.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. Can I set up more? Look at me.
That's better than airplane food.
Mosquito. Rocky.
Smells really good. Let's take the plastic off. Okay. Do you want some salt and pepper?
Yeah. I feel like it's putting pressure on the stitches on this one. Like, there's a little beef. It's not even coming out. It's quite yummy. It's yummy. So I've just been having my dinner. The nurse came in and checked my heart rate and my blood pressure again. I think they're going to keep doing this every hour or so, which is really amazing, just to ensure that everything's all good. She said it's fine to sit upright like this, although this one feels like a little bit more sore, but she said that that's totally normal. So yeah, this is me for the night. The morphine's definitely kicking in. I'm feeling very, very sleepy, so hopefully I get a really good sleep tonight. But yeah. I went to the bathroom before and it was kind of strange to stand. Can't fucking speak properly. I went to the bathroom before and it was pretty strange to stand up and kind of feel the full weight of them with gravity. I kind of had to hold them the whole time because they're quite sore and very heavy. I couldn't grab the toilet paper or flush the toilet, so that sucked. But yeah, probably just gonna sleep tonight and watch YouTube, and hopefully they can refill the morphine bag if it runs out, because ouch. And how's your bed?
Pretty good.
So it's almost 7:30 the next morning. I slept pretty good. They kept waking me up every 2 hours to like check my blood pressure, but that was fine. And they just took my catheter out, and I think they're about to bring breakfast because she's given me some pills to take after food. So yeah, it's pretty early, but maybe we'll be leaving earlier than I think. But I think I've only got like bandages, like no bra or anything, so I think they're gonna probably put a compression bra and stuff on me. But like, can you see how high and like slightly in the armpits they are? It's kind of weird, but I'm sure they'll drop down into the right place eventually. But yeah, how did you sleep? Okay?
Yeah.
I had a pretty good sleep.
Pretty good.
Yeah, but also I was on drugs, so probably helped.
I can sleep in here.
Yeah, did you keep getting wake up? Keep
Yeah.
every 2 hours. But it was fine. It's pretty easy. And yeah, that's all for now, I guess. Got French toast for breakfast, and I think it's like melon as well. And Grant's just making me a cup of coffee. So I have to eat this before I can take my meds. But yeah, still not so much pain, but I've probably still got morphine like in my bloodstream. She said that these meds were painkillers though, so hopefully it maintains the no pain for a little while. So the doctor and a couple of nurses just came in to check on everything and change my bandages to the bra. He said they look perfectly normal, there's no complications, they don't hurt. I got 375 in the right boob and 350 in the left boob. But yeah, I'm happy. They look really good. They are just gonna send me away with some medication, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then just relax. Okay, so here's all the medication I have to take.
Pain inflammation once after every meal, sleeping pills, swelling and anti-inflammatory 3 times a day after meals, muscle relaxant 4 times a day after meals and 4 big times, and antibiotics 3 times a day after each meal as well.
So this is 2-day post-op. Still no pain, feeling really, really good. This is what it looks like in the bikini. They're quite shiny, but that's normal, I've been told. I think all this red in here is bruising, because I've kind of got some down here as well. The only pain that I'm really feeling is in my sides here, but only when I press it. So I think that's just from me lifting my arms, which I'm not supposed to do anyway. And I slept really well last night. I took a sleeping pill, had absolutely no issues whatsoever, and yeah, no pain today. So roll on day 3. Grant's doing my post-dinner medication, my dessert, so we can take it to the restaurant and then I can have it straight after food. We're gonna go across the lagoon over there for dinner to a place called Azura. It's like a Mediterranean and Italian fusion or something. Yeah, should be yummy. And this is my outfit because I don't have any t-shirts or anything that covers this, so I have to wear my little cropped hoodie.
Extra, I don't know.
So this one's for pain and inflammation. This one's for antibiotics. This next one is to relieve swelling and anti-inflammatory. And then this last one is a muscle relaxant and to relieve pain. That's the morning. So this is day 3 update. Still no pain, feeling really, really good. I'd probably give that up to all the medication that I've been taking though as well. Last night my braids got really, really itchy, so I got Grant to wash my hair for me. That was a fun experience. And I've just kind of realized that all the clothing that I've bought is like spaghetti straps or halter necks, which show the entire bra. So I've been wearing this like over top. But yeah, I slept really good again last night. Not much of an update, but overall really, really good. I'm still mobile, I can lift. I don't want to lift my arms too much, but I can still do things. They feel fine. I feel like this is going to be a really, really boring vlog because I don't have much to update. I think I've been quite lucky with my recovery. I've heard stories from other girls about their recoveries and how sometimes they can't even get up for weeks. Some have said that it's worse than childbirth. I wouldn't know, but that sounds pretty horrible. But yes, so far it's been a breeze. It is only day 3. Everything could change. So yeah, just one day at a time. Also, another thing to mention, which may be a little bit TMI, but all the other girls' vlogs that I've watched have mentioned it, so I may as well. But I have had no issues with my stool. Apparently that can be really bad because of all the medication. You get bloated and cramps, but for me I've been completely fine so far anyway. I have been eating a lot of like fruit and stuff though, because I'm in Thailand and I feel like that might help because it's quite soft. But yeah, I haven't had any issues there. Sorry if that's a bit gross and TMI, but it is what it is. It is day 4 post-op. I thought I'd just give an update. Still feeling really good, not much else to report. They do feel a little bit softer. They're starting to soften up at the top here. But this is how they look. This bikini did not fit me at all before. It was so like loose. But now it fits. Quite good. So we love that. But yeah, almost finished my antibiotics and all of my medication. I'm going to the hospital tomorrow morning for my like post-op checkup before we fly out tomorrow. But we should be sweet. Hopefully I don't do anything stupid and like rip my stitches still, but they're still there. I don't know if they're going to like remove my stitches tomorrow or anything. They might just replace the bandages. But yeah. So I think it's 5-day post-op now and we're just heading to the hospital for my follow-up consult before flying back this afternoon. I think they might take the stitches out, I don't know, or like remove the bandages or something. But yeah, they still feel the same. They still feel really good. Sleeping really good. Nothing to report. We'll see what they say though.
To the belly. Very itchy, the water going, there's like a breath that if it happens, check it out.
So I just went for my follow-up and everything looks great. They took off the bandages, my scars look like they're healing really, really well. He just gave me this cream that looks like a gel that I put on 15 minutes before a shower that acts as like a waterproof barrier. But yeah, I think everything's going to heal really well. He did say it'll take a couple months to see how they drop because one of the implants is bigger than the other, so hopefully they'll be even. But yeah, so about to go back to the hotel. Getting picked up at 3 for the airport, so we've still got like 4 hours to kill. Not really sure what we're gonna do. Just chill out, I suppose. But yeah. So these are the scars currently. That's after 5 days. And when I asked if there was like thread or like stitches to take out, they said that it's on the inside, which I don't really understand, but it's pretty cool. So they must have tightened it up on the inside and then pulled it. So yeah, there's them. Look pretty cool, pretty gnarly.
Cool. Supposed to be soon now. Well done. Yeah, I'm in the plane now.
So I just got out of the shower and thought I would do a little 9-day post-op update. This was the smallest bikini that I could find that didn't show my nipples. But here's how they are looking on day 9. They have definitely dropped down significantly up here. There is a little bit more bruising coming out and also the bruising on my hand. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, they're looking really good. They're feeling really good. I finished all my medication. They are definitely high profile. Before I went into the surgery, I kind of suggested a moderate plus profile, but I'm hoping that they drop down quite a lot more and fluff out the sides. Oh, and this is how my scars are looking. There's the left and there's the right. The right is definitely a lot darker. I have ordered some silicone scar tape that should be arriving either today or tomorrow, so I'll start putting that on daily. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna heal quite well. Now I'll just get into the Q&A. Why did you choose Thailand for the boob job? I was originally saving to get my breast augmentation done here in New Zealand, but then the price kind of hiked up from 13 grand to 16 grand, and I was like, obviously it was considerably lower over there. I'd seen a lot of work done from other girls over there, so I was pretty confident that I was going to come out with a good result. It also added to my confidence because they do them so often over there. Plus, I wanted a little bit of a holiday. I wanted to get out of the country. I mean, we've been stuck in lockdown for like 3 years, so. Did your nipples change size? Surprisingly, no. I have seen with breast augmentations where that does happen, but I think because of the size that I went, they haven't changed an awful lot. Did you know what shape / cc's you wanted before you got on the plane? Yes, I did. I'm in a group called Bust Mob on Facebook. I would highly recommend joining that if you're thinking of getting any sort of cosmetic procedure. I was originally thinking 300cc, and then once I'd got on that group, I started realizing I wanted more 400cc when I was comparing my stats to other girls with similar size. How did you choose your surgeon? I kind of didn't, but it wasn't really a major thought to me, surprisingly. I knew I was going to be in good hands regardless of who did it. I basically googled Dr. Sangwan and looked up some of his work and his information, and I was pretty happy with that. Like I said, he was a founder of PPSI and he's been doing it for like 40 years, so I was... Do you worry about complications down the line? No, not really. Luckily my family doesn't really have a history of cancer or anything like that. Even though it is still a risk, it was a risk that I kind of knew going into this and I will be aware of going into the future. Another risk could be not being able to breastfeed, but I was told that with the dual plane technique that my surgeon used, there is still a good chance that I would be able to if I choose to have kids later on in life. Can you feel your nipples? Yes, they are very sensitive and sore at the moment, but they definitely still have feeling. Can you get that sickness thing from them, or have they changed now so you can't? What they're talking about is breast implant illness. Absolutely, I can still get that. I think the techniques have changed over time, so it's less likely, but it really depends on person to person, and I know what symptoms to look out for, so it's pretty much just a hoping kind of thing. Are you happy with everything? Yes, of course I am. I went into it with a very open mind and thought that I would just go in and take the surgeon's recommendations, which is pretty much what I did. The Bust Mob group definitely helped. Again, highly recommend joining that. So that kind of like prepared me and gave me a little bit more insight. I don't think there's anything I would change. The size, profile and stats. Like I said, I ended up with 350cc in the left and 375cc in the right. Both high profile. My surgeon also used a dual plane technique, so it's not under the muscle, it's not over the muscle, but it's half under the muscle. I feel like this technique is why I had such an easy recovery. A lot of people say that over the muscle is easy recovery, whereas under the muscle, obviously it's a little bit more sore because your muscle's literally getting cut. But yeah, as you'll see from the videos, I had an incredibly easy recovery. And I feel like that's why. Why did you get them? I wanted big tits. In all honesty, there was nothing wrong with my natural boobs. I generally just wanted them bigger. What sort of things did you have to do to prepare for surgery? So you'll see in these videos that you have to stop smoking 6 weeks before surgery, I believe. I'm not a smoker, but that's something to keep in mind. They also say no drinking 2 weeks prior, just because it can dehydrate you. I did still drink. I haven't had any complications, but do not take my personal experience as advice. You also have to stop taking any supplements or medication 2 weeks prior to surgery. That includes like vitamin C, iron, magnesium, things like that. Another thing is they said that you cannot be menstruating at the time of your surgery. So that's just another thing to consider in terms of surgery dates. Not every surgery and practice is like this. Just with Cosmeditour, it's one of their policies, and they did say that if you are menstruating, it will be postponed. So I hope that answers all of your questions, but if you do have any, just feel free to flick me a message because I'm happy to answer them. I know that going into this myself, I had so many questions and had no idea who to ask, but my inbox is always open if you do have any more questions. But yeah, and now it's wine time.